Hello, core member advisors. This is Trent again, and I'm very excited to take some time to follow up based on our session at Data Institute during week 0 and provide some additional training and support on how we're going to navigate this post-OSAT world and make sure that we're bringing clarity and intentionality to our data systems. So we're going to spend some time now doing a quick walkthrough on what it will look like to enter daily classroom averages into Program Tracker. Once again, we now, without OSAT, have our system of Google spreadsheets, and we are using Program Trackers that we can compare data across schools and across institutes at the national level. And so core member advisors, y'all are the link between these two systems that we use at Institute. So first, you're going to log into Program Tracker, and so this is linked in the blast, and it's also https://apps.tfanet.org/program tracker. So you will go there. You're going to go ahead and sign in. Your username and password are the same username and password from Workday that you use to process your timesheets. So you are going to go ahead and sign on in to Program Tracker. Make sure that it says that you are now viewing 2016-2017 Delta Institute. If not, you're going to need to click on your name and your welcome drop down and change your teacher group. Make sure it says 2016-2017 Delta Institute. Then you're going to see all the core members that you are supporting at Institute. The first thing we're going to do, and remember this is a one-time action at Institute, is we're going to identify the grade, the subject, and the class size for this core member at Institute. So let's say that you're supporting Alexis. So you're going to click on Alexis's name. You're going to go on the left, add the class and subject. So the school's start date is going to be 6/20 for all teachers. That's the first day of week 2 when they see their students. And the school's end date for every core member is going to be 1/1, January 1st, 2017. It needs to be a date in 2017, and so we're going to just put January 1st. Then we're going to put the overall students in that class at Institute. So let's say that there's 10 students in that class at Institute. You can go back into the teacher's roster if you need to see how many students are there. Then we're going to tell Program Tracker what grade this core member is teaching at Institute. So let's say that they are teaching 5th grade and they're teaching 5th grade math, so math general. You will not put in a subject modifier, an optional description. You will again put in the number of students, so we said 10. You won't need to check any of the information below, and you're going to add the class and subject. Now this is super important because we are now creating a history for this core member, and we're saying this is what this core member taught at Institute. So later on, while that teacher is teaching their placement, our national organization then has data to compare what it looked like based on what a teacher taught at Institute and how that compares to success in the region. So we have now added the class and subject for this core member at Institute. Remember, one-time action, do it once and you're good. Now you're going to create an assignment. So this is the daily action. So this is how we are tracking daily classroom averages. So you'll go to the teacher's screen. You're going to click on the subject that they're supporting. Yes, you can verify that there are 10 students in the class, so you'll click that. And then enter a score. This is where we enter in the daily classroom average. So you're going to enter the score. You're going to put the date of the assessment. So let's say that this was the assessment that was given on Tuesday of week 2, so that's the 21st. So we're going to put in an assessment name, and there's just a drop down we have a choice from. All of our assessments are core member created and or compiled, so we're going to use that one. And then the assessment scale is % mastery of all contents and standards for the class, and that's based on our ISATs. And then at this point, you're going to put in the class average. So to put in the class average, you're going to go to that teacher's Delta Institute student tracker. You're going to go to their mastery tracker page. And so let's say that we know that this teacher taught this objective on the 21st. We can see the we can see the exit ticket scores for all students in that class. And remember, they need to be entered as a %, so on a scale of 100. And then at the top, it's going to give us the daily classroom average. And as a core member advisor, that is what is most important to you for this process. And even it is also exciting because if you did not have a chance to observe that class that day, you are still getting a daily checkpoint on what performance is looking like in that classroom. So a 70.9 is what we'll be putting into Program Tracker. Saving it, finishing, and here we've then created a record of the classroom average, and this will keep a running record which we can then compile across ISATs and across schools, and the national organization will compare across institutes. It is important to note that this classroom average does have to be a percent. That is what is being compared. If you are pulling classroom averages out of possibly a writing tracker or a math performance tracker, core members will be entering those based on a rubric scale, and then it's important that you as a core member advisor make sure that that rubric scale is then converted to a percent as it's put into Program Tracker. And also, as a final plug, please make sure that as you are helping core members troubleshoot any possible problems with their tracker, that on the welcome screen on the left hand side here it says if you have reached out to your CMA and SM and still have tracker problems, submit your troubleshooting request here. The link is there for core members and for staff to put in a support request, so that way I can log into their tracker, identify the problem, come up with a solution, and then make sure to loop all stakeholders together, knowing that we are moving forward and how the problem was fixed. So that was a very quick and brief overview of what you will be prompted to do on an ongoing daily basis to make sure that we are getting clear data and that we are being as intentional as possible in terms of our coaching and increasing the performance of our core members as classroom leaders. So thank you guys very much. I look forward to staying in touch. And if you do have any additional questions, feel free to approach me at any time, or you can email me at tcsmith08@gmail.com, or please feel free to give me a call or a text at 713-492-6436. Thank you very much, core member advisors, for really being the glue that holds together Institute and really the key lever of power and change for our core members and our classrooms. I heart you all.